Hey guys, it is Tuesday here on Pagan Perspective. I'm Brendan. I am subbing for Kara this week because we were talking about this earlier and she's done this topic before and she really wanted a fresh view on this. So this week's topic is totems and familiars and whether or not we actually work with them in our personal practice, what our beliefs are on the difference of them. And then we also had the question about when a familiar passes away, do we believe they reincarnate, they stay on as a spirit animal, or what really happens to them once they pass on? So for me personally, in my personal practice, I tend to be very shamanically based. So I will use totems and familiars and guardians and guides, and animal relationships are very high in my practice. So for me, the base difference between what a totem and a familiar was, if you look back at the old stories about familiars, that they were the witch's assistant. They were a physical embodiment that aided the witch in their magical practices. So it wasn't always, they always talked about it being like an animal, so your stereotypical thing would be like a black cat, but also they talked about humanoid creatures and other beings that would help. But through working with familiars, I found that limiting them just to creatures like animals was very bad, because reading books, astral plane, and for me, that's where the main difference is. But for familiars is you can also call on their energy while in the astral plane. There's something that will translate on for you, and they're very much family. So they're the same as having a brother, a sister, a mother, a father, and they become part of your family, and they're integrated into your family unit and system. If you're looking at working with totems, I do have a spell that will help you to find, if you're looking for a totem or a guardian and you're not quite sure what it is. So pretty much with this spell, what you do is you write out the chant on a piece of paper, and then you place it underneath your bed, and you chant it about 3 or 4 times before going to sleep. And the chant itself is, "Guardians of the dream world, I call you to my side. Reveal my spirit animal, my protector and guide. Show me the power, beauty, and grace in the radiant eyes of my guardian's face." So you keep chanting that for however long till you fall asleep. And then you may find that you don't get anything the first night, then just keep continuing on until you start seeing animals or creatures. There may be plants or stones, because it's not very limited, where if we look at spirit and energetics, it's very large. And yeah, once you see that, don't try to force a relationship either. You may be like, oh, I'm a wolf person, and you do this meditation or the trance work, and you find you get a tortoise, or you may get a lizard or something like that, and you'll be like, oh, what's that mean? And looking at your current situation, you might find that you have totems and guardians that will come in for a period of time. They come visit, they pass on their medicine, their information, and then they move out of your life. And then you may have another one that comes through, and then you also have ones that have been with you since who knows long, since the beginning that you can remember. And with those relationships, they're very connected and very strong. They're very true to your spirit self. So the other question we had was, when talking about with familiars, what happens when a familiar passes on? What's the exact wording? Do we believe they pass to the spirit world or maybe reincarnate to join us? And do we believe we can have multiple familiars through our lifetime? In relation to the passing on, I do like to believe that when they pass on, they may either go into the spirit realm, and you might have them that they interact with your everyday life. You may have a cat that passed away, and you walk down the hallway and they may rub up against your leg, and the cat's not there anymore, but it's energetically and spiritually they're doing that. I also like to believe that they do pass into like the spirit realm and the astral realm, where they may take on the form of becoming a constant totem. They may also be a guide that comes through. In relation to reincarnation, I'm not actually too sure with reincarnation. I don't like to know, or I like to know, but I don't overly like to think too much about what happens when we pass on, because I try to enjoy this life a lot more. But I suppose they all would join back into the big cosmic pool of energies that we all come from, the cosmic unconscious, and the next lifetime they may reincarnate, and they come back as a person or something like that, and then you become their spirit guardian or their familiar. But yeah, and with the question about multiple familiars in a lifetime, I definitely think you can. It's the same way that you have multiple family members in a lifetime. You just get more that add in there. New connections are formed and bound. You may move to new places and meet new familiars. You may be open to a lot of opportunities and have multiple familiars. May turn out to be a crazy cat lady or a guy with so many dogs and that sort of thing. And you're more than welcome to have multiple familiars. It's about really taking them in as your own family and connecting to them and having a strong, sound working relationship with them and giving them the time of day and just being joyous and happy with them. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If you want to look up more stuff on familiars and totems and guides, I recommend The Plant Spirit Familiar by Christopher Penczak. Any works by Ted Andrews. He does a lot of amazing work with totems and animals. Also, Scott Alexander King, who I know is an author here that did an amazing book on Australian animals, and he's also done another one on animals of the world. Not sure if I can think of anyone else, but yeah, definitely all recommendations for that. And yeah, try out the spell, see what happens. Post down below if you want to tell me what sort of animals came up for you. And yeah, anyway, until next week, which you'll see me again on Wednesday because it is subs week, and I will be a year older, by the way. Familiars in a lifetime, I definitely think you can. It's the same way that you have multiple family members in a lifetime. You just get more that add in there. New connections are formed and bound. You may move to new places and meet new familiars. You may be open to a lot of opportunities and have multiple familiars. May turn out to be a crazy cat lady or a guy with so many dogs and that sort of thing. And you're more than welcome to have multiple familiars. It's about also Scott Alexander King, who I know is an author here that did an amazing book on Australian animals, and he's also done another one on animals of the world. Not sure if I can think of anyone else, but yeah, definitely all recommendations for that. And yeah, try out the spell, see what happens. Post down below if you want to tell me what sort of animals came up for you. And yeah, anyway, until next week, which you'll see me again on Wednesday because it is subs week, and I will be a year older, by the way. It's my birthday on Thursday. 2 days! Yes! And yeah, so I will see you all next Wednesday when I am a year older. And until then, much love and blessings, and blessed be. Bye!